where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive. The security office door should be unlocked.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning, priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning, emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senna, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet will be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. They'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to... He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He decided to sentence his own soldiers to death. What kind of commander is that? But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all, only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly. Right. Settled systems are counting on us. Eyes peeled. tire yourself out carrying all of that around. You look well. How can I help? Need a hand? I'll see you later. My God, concentrate fire! Shoot! That's down. What is that? biologist, Captain. Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secured.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Can't let good resources go to waste.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion. Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vay Victus knew about this damn plan?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack. That's putting it lightly.
But it's clear someone knows about the plant and realized what ends it could be put towards. Captain, we need to get these samples back to the lab and verify we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But in the interim, do you think you could look into what we uncovered? See if you can turn up any information on who might have committed the attacks?
If it were me, I'd start at the scene of the crime, New Atlantis.
I wouldn't expect any. But who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky and turn up some leads. Once you finish your investigation, we'll meet you outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to hear this. Take care of yourself. No telling who might be involved.
someone's figured out how to use the terramorphs as weapons.
To leave this orbit immediately. The United Colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding. Tolomon 2 is a biological exclusion zone. Nothing down there. Best course of action is to leave while you... Let me check my logs. All right, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down. Approaching ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. That's all we need. Enjoy, Neon.
I've had a few miners go missing after nights out in Neon. Watch your step, Dusty.
Keep moving. The scanners won't touch you.
Ryujin Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
Yourself a megacorp megastar? Then jump on over to Neon and apply in person.
Hello?
Stay out of trouble. We'll have a problem.
Great place to blow off. Hey, you look like someone who craves serious firepower, yeah? Well, don't sweat it, huh? Nah, I've been in the You see, I had you all. I said to myself, Mattia, I'm talking military. Hang on there, partner. I'm just getting to the best part. Stay with me. Imagine being completely surrounded by Crimson Fleet pirates, with nothing but a magstorm and a few hundred. You, my friend, are perched on the edge of infinity. So what do you say? Now, that's what I'm talking. Let's get you tool. The showroom is yours, my friend. Imagine the #1 gun. Okay, now, core kinetics. We are chilling one step above all of that. Think I'm bullshitting you? Buy one of our guns, slap in a magazine, squeeze the trigger and feel the pull. Feel the pull. I like... It's what the brain guys call the magnetically assisted projectile system. That's the heart and soul of all our weapons. Those wizards managed to figure out how to push a solid slug out the end of a gun faster and more accurately than a conventional bullet. Some folks call them railguns, but I personally hate that name. This ain't no steam train. This is MagTech. And it'll put... You think this is amped up? Huh. Once I... This stuff will put... You need firepower. You know where to find us.
Take it easy. Yeah.
Put that back.
Back. This is my happy place.
Nice to see you. I can take a few things. It was good to see you.
What can I sell you today? Here to buy some weaponry? Wait till you add one. Remember, if you've got the creds, we've got the core.
Do you need me for something? I have room for that. Best of luck out. There.
These are some of... Hey there!
Don't be stupid! Stop now! Freeze! Neon security! I guess you're smarter than you look.
You got a problem? I don't like the look of you.
Here on Neon. Our beds are comfortable and affordable, and with a crime rating of only 16%, your safety is almost
From cuts, scrapes, to dislocated limbs. We also sell a full range of personal treatment products, so you can take Reliant Medical with you wherever you go.
What can Reliant Medical do for you? Oh my goodness. Another. All right. Oh, you're certainly welcome. Oh, I have supplies. You see, I'm a bit at odds with the current administrator of Neon. His drug. We've argued about it on more than... I've spoken to the people at Reliant Medical Corporate, I've talked to the Freestar Rangers, I've even gone to the Freestar Collective Council. Every answer is always the same. We're working on it. It's corruption at the... Then you understand what I'm up against. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that I pay them for the supplies, of course, but it's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, anything at all. Let me look you over. Not so bad, really. Might be a little scar tissue. Of course. Not much, I'm afraid. That would be amazingly helpful. It's a relief to meet someone who gives a damn about anyone other than themselves for a change. Oh, And I'll pay you directly for the supplies, of course. It's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. There's nothing else to be done about it. These people need my help. Anyway, I have a contact over at the clinic in the Narian system. Abby Edding? She's one of the nurses there. She'll get you started. Thank you so much for doing this. You have no idea how helpful it'll be for the poor folk that live in Ebside. We both apprenticed under Mary Cartwright at the medical facility in Aquila City. Spent a heck of a lot of hours working together. Abby and I got along exceptionally well. Don't get me wrong, we're just friends, of course. She's young enough to be my daughter. I almost felt bad leaving her behind when I was hired to work for Reliant in Neon, but I knew she'd do well wherever she ended up. Reached out to her a few months ago when I ran into trouble here, and she's been... If you need help, remember Reliant.
I used to be an actuary. Malibu.
But here at Reliant Medical, we've got you covered.
The reviews are in.
If it's too hot to handle, we can take it off your hands. This better not be a waste of my time. Now we're getting... Find anything else? Make sure you bring it to me.
Are you here? I couldn't tell you the last time I wasn't breathing recycled air. Hey, let's keep our voices down. The clinic doesn't exactly know I'm giving its supplies away. That being said, I've been expecting someone soon. I've heard Bayou really has a vice grip on Neon right now. I have some supplies I can give you. Should be more than enough for now, and it shouldn't draw any suspicion from the clinic. I'll have them loaded onto your ship. He's a good friend of mine. The work was hard, and I was really young and nervous. So, to answer your question, I'm doing this because I know what the clinic doesn't know won't hurt them. That's why it's important to keep this. I'm putting my job on the line to do this, but I know that the people of Neon need help. I'm willing to take the risk, but if the clinic finds out, then I'm out of a job and Neon is out of... Sorry, I can't do that. This is the most I can give you without joy. You may think so, but I don't. Yeah, I hope so. I'm still willing to talk. This isn't getting us anywhere. Sorry, but I can't afford to give you any more supplies. I can't lose my job over this one. The supplies will be loaded onto your ship. I hope the supplies are helpful.
Dr. Darvish? Data from the last set of...
I guess that depends on what you consider a break. We get some time to ourselves. We're not on call all the time, but we're never that far away from it either. Now that I think...
Was there anything else?
You and I both know the work never ends around here. You're doing good work, Ocean. Just keep it up.
It's not like I was surprised. I knew what I was signing up for. There's no other opportunity like this in the settled systems. It's not ideal, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Bye.
I know you're tired.
I thought the neon mining lead was just a punchline until I saw the shop myself.
Ryujin is hiring US cavalry, but here, Allied Medical.
You aren't looking well at all. Perhaps you'd better sit down. What can Reliant Medical do for you? I see. Well, I appreciate the effort, but there was no need for that. I hope it hasn't made things awkward between the two of you. Thanks for your help. You really came through for me. These supplies will be put to good use. Here, take this. You've earned it.
What?
By the way, Captain, you will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep... Okay.
Hello.
I'm so excited to see Tony after this.
I presume, did you find what you were looking for? worse as that. That's quite the claim, Captain. I hate to think what would happen if such a patently untrue statement reached the ears of the Cabinet. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. Of course. Do I look like I'm in any position to do what you're describing? So I'd very much appreciate your agreement to not share what you found. We wouldn't want anyone else jumping to conclusions now. You know, you're far more clever. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti knew it. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian. Learning to synthesize. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you... Hardly. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. It's easy to judge now, but the Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. In that moment, I wasn't about to add another dangerous variable to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, and what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide, and look at the results. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs with only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlez's role in the attacks to the cabinet, leaving out my own. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlez and Orlez alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. And how many have you killed to get where you are now? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning a war, or digging a tram tunnel. So we sacrificed a few dozen in the attacks to possibly protect millions. That seems like a fair exchange to me. I only hope you'll see the same, and leave my name out of the discussions to come. That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in... Just think about the opportunity I've provided here. There are more.
Perfect timing. We just got in.
So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
Orlez? Reginald Orlez? He did this? I didn't think he was still alive. You're sure it was him? Oh yeah. Both worked for UC Defense Research way back when. Different departments, but everyone knew Orlez. Had a mean eye for weapons tech. And a meaner temper. Wasn't exactly a surprise when he fled instead of standing trial after the colony war. But finding out he's taken up...
That's some impressive work. So then give us the rundown. Where's Orlez now? Were you able to bring him in? I'm sorry to hear that. Those sorts of missions are always tough. Any idea why he might have done it? Or what he was doing with the plant?
I can't imagine the amount of work it took to deploy the Lazarus plant off-world. Strange to go to all that trouble and not state your reasons.
Well, the man knew how to hold a grudge. I wouldn't be shocked if this was him getting back at the UC for trying to put him on trial.
Well, at least he won't be able to hurt anybody else now. Might be the best we could ask for, given the circumstances. So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless there were other things we needed to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs.
Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math, and a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference. They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Asylees seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch them. Like an open airlock guzzling angry spaghetti.
Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the Terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Asylees, we're at least dealing with known risks. And here we go.